3-5, we got the Bengals traveling to Las Vegas to play the Raiders. Bengals sitting at favored by 1.5 points on CBS. Both these teams sit at 5-4 and are in desperate need of a win. Both these teams are in kind of slumps since we've last seen them rise to their previous spot. Now, the Bengals are kind of unexplained. We kind of know what happened with the Raiders with all of that negative energy. John Gruden is forced to retire as a head coach, and then you also lose Henry Ruggs because he really committed vehicular manslaughter, and you also lose Damon Arnett for also committing manslaughter. I don't know what happened in that case. I have not followed it intently. So the Raiders really are without one of their better playmakers in Henry Ruggs. You're not going to ever have him back, so you got to figure out how to win without him. It's weird that the slot receiver is your best receiver on a football team, and it's not ideal when that happens. For instance, Cole Beasley is a really good receiver that I really like, but he's not the best receiver on the Buffalo Bills. That is Stephon Diggs, right? There are many examples of this. I like Adam Humphries for the Redskins. He's not their best wide receiver. Actually, Cooper Kupp's arguably a slot guy, but I don't know. I don't know how I'd talk about him. But regardless, it's weird that a slot guy is your best receiver. That's what the Raiders have to deal with. You're obviously without Henry Ruggs. Honestly, if you look at the Raiders, they don't have that many key injuries. Jalen Richard is probably the best I can muster as a key injury, but he's still a number 3 back. Your defense, obviously probably has some injuries on it, but it's not anyone that is, unreplaceable. Irreplaceable. The corner situation is a little bit rough for the Raiders, but weirdly enough, they don't have that many injuries. But having to cut Henry Ruggs has really turned this football team into kind of their offense sucks. Henry Ruggs provided a deep threat, which meant that players like Hunter Renfrow could just get open, and players like Bryan Edwards could take advantage of that as well. Now you signed Deshaun Jackson, and Deshaun Jackson showed on a play last week that, he showed on multiple plays. Deshaun Jackson needs to see more playing time. I understand he fumbled. But Deshaun Jackson provides this explosive threat on offense that can go deep that really lets players like Bryan Edwards get open, like Zay Jones get open, like Darren Waller or Hunter Renfrow. So they got to use him more if they want to end this slump they are in. And the Bengals, they want to end their slump. They don't have that many key injuries either on offense. On defense, they don't have that many injuries either. The Bengals have been a rather injury-free football team, I'd like to say. They don't have that many hurt players, I'm sorry to say. But the Bengals have to rely a lot on Joe Burrow and Joe Mixon. Those are kind of the players that win you football games. You have an insanely explosive offense. You just have to rely on it. Joe Mixon's such a good running back. You have some elite options in Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. These are elite options to have in the NFL. You have to rely on them. I think the Bengals are going to rely on them, and unlike the Raiders where they have to completely change their offense without their head coach, the Bengals don't really need to do that. They just need to get better. I don't know how else to say it. They got to win this game, obviously, and I think they are going to. Give me the Bengals to win and cover here.